All right,
All right, what's up? Hey, we are back with my big bro Earl. What's going on, man? How are you?
doing well, bro. How about yourself?
Man, I'm getting by, man. Just counting my blessings, I guess. I'm glad that we're able to do this again. You know what I'm saying? I want to keep on trying this thing out and doing this experiment with broadcasting stuff. I think it's kind of cool and I think I've done a few little live videos and stuff. That's a little therapeutic. It's a little scary, you know what I'm saying? Put yourself out there like that, but it's cool, you know what I mean? Uh,
That's a vulnerability is a good thing. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
keep you humble.
Cause you to grow, right? That's what they say.
It'll keep you humble. Definitely.
Mm-hmm. What's been going on with you?
Oh no, man. Just you know, I got my the divorce is final. All of the things dealing with that situation have been ironed out, and um, now it's just beginning stages of the next chapter of my life type situation. So uh, but everything. I mean, I've had some few hiccups, as some might have after not being in the date pool for 30 years.
Okay,
But
well,
but yeah, outside of that, yeah, man, everything going good. You know what I'm saying? I'm gainfully employed. I got some investments going on. Uh, you know, it's really nothing to complain about, bro. You know what I'm
well, that's
saying?
what's up. That's me. That's all positive. That's what's up. I mean, well, anything on your mind as far as what you want to talk about today? I mean, what's going on in the world? This really just about me and you checking in. I really ain't talked to you, man. I guess it's been a few weeks, anyways.
Right, right. Oh man, just I mean, the world is going to the phrase, you know what I'm saying, in the handbasket. So I just try to be more conscious and aware of myself and how I carry myself. I've been receiving positive confirmation, as far as I'm concerned, from the Most High, because things have been maneuvering into place for me. You know what I mean? Even today, the fact that we're doing this right now, I'm starting to settle into my new work schedule and how I want it to be. Um, Discussing some new business opportunities, with trying to do the moving company and just trying to be active with the resources that I have available,
Yeah, yeah,
on hand.
yeah, yeah.
So uh, just stuff that maybe I probably was taught when I was younger, but maybe didn't pay attention to. I watched my mom run businesses and do and be an owner and operator of her own maid service and stuff like that. So I probably, the lessons was probably there. I just didn't pay attention to them. But later in life, I got really nothing holding me back. The only thing I got to do is stay on task, stay on path. Yeah, that's it, bro. Like, and to accept that, hey, all I gotta do is stay on path and keep growing, and everything's fine. That's that's just an amazing feeling, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
That's where
Shoot, yeah,
I'm at.
there's a sound like there's a lot of opportunity in that. And shoot, I was just thinking about your mom. You were just talking about the book. She's now she's published what a
She published
a couple of books, right?
right, yeah. Some
Yeah.
couple, yeah. It's weird though, because one was a black business publication. It was called the Brown Pages. It was for black businesses, and there was a little booklet, and you open it up, and it would be black businesses, cleaners, car washes, car car salesmen, bankers, just whatever, lawyers, doctors, whatever, just in the little book. And
Yeah.
then she had,
Not the
like I said,
yellow pages, the brown pages.
right, the Brown Pages. Exactly.
I'm with you.
Yeah. They tried to give her some flack over there too, which was
Yeah.
crazy. That's weird
Yeah.
because It wasn't. They tried to say that nobody else could uh use a color,
And
look like
color.
yeah, like the color and paint. Like they tried to coin the whole dynamic, and it's like, nah, bro,
Yeah.
it's a whole different. Yeah, it's the same concept,
Yeah.
but different, application. And it didn't go to court or nothing, but they did like write her letters or trying to get her to say, to go another direction. So
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
that was I remember that. That was weird.
I didn't know all that. That's interesting.
Yeah, she's interesting. I talked to her yesterday. Didn't have the best conversation.
Oh
But
no.
but yeah, I just I just say my prayers and allow the Most High to continue. She sounds healthy and well and
Well,
vibrant and all of the things that you want to hear out of a person her age. So that's good. She didn't give
now,
me
how
any.
old is she now?
Let's see, 64. So from 64, where we at now? 2000 what? 24,
64. So she's what, 60?
68.
68?
It's about to be 70.
No, hold on now.
It's about 68.
My dad just turned 70.
When was he born?
54.
Okay, so if he was born 54, take 10.
64.
10. She's
She about to be 60.
60. Yeah,
That's what I
there you go.
said.
That's what you said?
That's what I said. It's on tape too, bro. You
Yeah.
run it back.
Yeah, I don't keep track of years. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
I
That's
told you
cool
about
though.
the
Yeah, your mama is interesting, man. She's always been cool to talk with and get some insight from. She always got a an interesting point of view
well,
for sure.
I'll go on record to say this. If she ever gets around to this, so anybody who knows her tells her, I have a great deal of respect in the world for my mom and how she was able to go out there and do the things that we just don't get along. But
Yeah,
you know,
I know
I,
you
I
do.
yeah, I have no problem
I know. I already
toot,
know.
tooting her horn about the shit
Yeah,
that she had, how she did shit. So
yeah,
yeah, she nobody can ever say, yeah, I'm proud that she's my mom, but at the same time too, we just don't get along. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So
It'd be like that sometimes, man.
right.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, but hopefully I can get into some of these avenues and have some of the same type of success that she have and push it on to the next generation. The kids already doing their own things and experimenting with being their own bosses. So um, I'm glad that her spirit is alive and where you know the other side of their family business orientated also construction company and all that stuff like that before they were born and to that nature. So
No.
the gene pool is good. It's got some good drive in it. It's got some strong backs. You know,
Strong backs.
strong
Gotta be
backs.
strong to do that
Hey,
concrete work. That's
right,
for
yeah.
sure, for sure.
Hey, and then they taking the hard work money and trying to do smart work with it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Investments and things of that
Yeah.
nature. But it's just good to see that all the lessons ain't been have not been squandered. The kids listen. It might took me a while, but yeah, I listen. So I'm applying some of the stuff, trying to gain more knowledge and skills. So, you know, even after all the bullshit that we did, excuse my language, spirit edit.
Man. Yeah, you've been dropping the bombs for sure. We're gonna have to say this one ain't for the kids. When I check in with the big homie, I'm gonna have to hit the box with YouTube that this is not for the children.
Not for the
Wu
children.
Tang Wu Tang is for the children, but not necessarily Earl and Max.
Nah. When the message is specific, we'll let you know. But
Man,
for the youngins out there, 18 plus, man, it's a lot of obstacles out there for y'all. Lot of 'em. Lot of 'em. Way more than there were when I was your age. Let me be very clear about that. A lot more landmines.
man, it's a crazy world out there today.
A lot
Hey,
more than
but you were talking about your kids. How's D's boy? D had a boy, right?
he did. He's a
Yeah.
daughter,
Have you seen how's that? How's he doing? I've seen
bro.
pictures, but I have not yet to meet the child.
And little dude, man, he's just man, he's great. He's a
Yeah.
good little kid. He's a good baby. He's honorary, like want his way, want what he want, and
Yeah.
his mama makes sure he get it. So
Oh wow.
that's what he used to,
Oh,
So that's
he's
what it
spoiled,
is.
huh?
Hey, watch that. See, I didn't use those terms.
These
You,
kids are
you
my
did.
kids are spoiled. My kids are spoiled, and they think I'm hard. They think I'm
Hey,
strict. My kids
they
are
get
spoiled, bro.
they get on me all the time, bro. Man, how you let the grandbabies do stuff you ain't never let us do. I'm like, man, y'all
Oh
tripping.
yeah, well you got the right to that. That's the grandparent law. I mean, I see that in my parents. It's like,
Yeah,
golly.
I don't take them home, son. They don't go
Yeah.
home with me. Sorry, they go home with you. So yeah,
Well,
he
it's
can come
really
over
about
here.
a balance of the lesson, right? You know what I'm saying? They need that grandparent type guidance and nurturing, and they need that the parental guidance and nurturing. We all have a place in
But
that. I feel. You know what I'm
the
saying?
space expands for them in the grandparent circle.
Say
The
that
circle,
again
the space, the
for the
whether
children.
yeah, whether it be
Okay.
if it's the disciplinary space expands sometimes.
Okay.
Um, they go at home. They might be a little tighter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Over
Yeah.
grandma house, things a little looser.
Man, for
But
sure.
you get the worst consequences with the grandparents.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
cross the line with, you're gonna get the worst consequences over there. You know what I'm saying? Because the grandparents gonna give you some old school. And
Man, not my parents. My parents ain't giving no old school nothing. That ain't happening no more.
some of that old school, man. Hey, don't cross the lines over here. I'm man. My belt got pop on it for a reason.
Man,
I
I don't
put that.
even I don't even do that. It's a whole new world. The only tool, the only weapon that I have against my children, the only leverage is the screen access.
The what?
The screen access, the access to technology, their phones and tablets and devices. You know what I'm
No.
saying? You restrict that and they shape up, bro. They, you know what
I
I'm saying?
mean, that's all fine, good, but what if that did? What if that's not around?
It's always around these days, guy.
It's
And
not
I
gonna be
guess,
one day.
I guess my kids, they gotta, when they get home from the bus here, they gonna have to spend an hour reading, you know what I'm saying? And then they've gotta, they gotta do their laundry, and then they'll be able to have all their access. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
Yeah.
and I'm
I mean,
strict. You know what I'm saying?
I
They don't
understand it.
even got no whole lot of chores, bro. I went in there and I used their bathroom. Their bathroom is ridiculous, bro. Ridiculous. It remind me, bro. Man, I ain't gonna talk crazy about your kids. Your kids are grown now. They got women of their own and in relationships. So I ain't gonna talk bad about them. You know what I'm saying? But it's similar, right? It ain't quite as bad, I'm gonna say, but it's very similar. You know what I'm saying? Y'all were in a tighter space. We got a little bit more space than y'all, so it's, you know what I'm saying. Maybe that's why it's not quite as
Yeah,
bad. You know what I'm
the
saying?
problem is it's three boys. That's the problem. The
Yeah,
more
I got
boys,
them.
yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. The more boys, the
man.
the more just BS. Let's put it like that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So towels in the floor, clothes in the floor. Man, just
man. What gets me, and I always did this, and I might have been a little OCD as a child or whatever, but I would always keep my sink clean. I like to keep my sink clean. You know what I mean? Because what if I do want to get a drink of water out of the sink or whatever? I wouldn't do that these days. These days, I'm bougie and I only drink filtered water. You know what I'm saying? But back, you know what I mean? That's even how I was when I was a kid. I always kept my sink clean. When you go in there, there's 2 months of toothpaste and
hey,
hair grease and
you gotta get a scraper. like you
Now
pay
I ain't
straight
getting
up pay.
nothing. That's gonna happen before any spring break activities occur.
Hey,
There, you know, the laundry's gonna get done, and we're gonna have to tackle that bathroom for sure.
hey, bro, I'm
That's
telling
the
you.
battle that I'm finna engage when I get done with you here. But bro, I wouldn't have it no other way. That's for sure. That's a blessing for that to be the conflict I'm gonna deal with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was gonna. I gotta keep an eye on my crypto because the market's moving and I missed out on some bread a couple weeks ago. So I say
Uh,
missed out. I'm talking about could have been. I think it was over 200% jump. I missed that, but I would love to have a few extra hundred in there.
I hear that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get down on all that too much. You know, I'm pretty old school on that stuff.
Hey man, I spent a lot of time out there on one side of the tracks dreaming about learning how to flip on the other side of the track. So yeah, I'm still working it out, man. I'm
I dig
figuring
what
it
you're
out.
saying.
I'm gonna figure it out.
I dig what you're saying.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna get my debt together and get all these things taken care of. Like I said, that go back to what we were talking about earlier. Just hey, listen, to any of you cats out there who just went through a divorce, not everybody has a chance to have a clean a break as myself. But if you are fortunate enough to come out of the situation without having to really be liable or responsible for anything, of course you got kids, you do what you're supposed to. But what I'm saying is if you come out of the situation and you got no extra expenses. I'm 46 years old, bro. Now, and trigger alert, women, they love to talk about how they're able to conceive and they hold the key to like that's great. But that's on the time frame. Us, we not on no time frame. Fellas, let me tell you something, bro. We don't got no time frame. If
Oh,
you
you
willing,
trip.
I'm just saying, if you willing and you about that life, you like, okay, my family gone, they took it, whatever happened, happened. You wanna go
Well,
get
I
a new
think you
one?
got an opportunity to look at life in the most beneficial way, right? If you focus on things that are, you know,
That we are
truly
still capable of contributing. Like,
all that stuff gonna work itself out. I feel
right,
like,
but I'm
you know what I'm
saying though,
saying?
we are able to contribute. You know what I mean? I mean,
Women are
just
able to
yeah.
contribute, bro. Don't get to come on. You know I'm a feminist, bro. I
Huh.
don't care to argue with you, man.
I'm not
Women are
saying
able to
no, bro.
contribute,
You
and I will be
misunderstand.
the first to say, you
You
know, women got the
misunderstanding,
power,
bro.
bro. They got it. Now, for me,
You miss. I ain't got nothing to do with all that you talking about.
I'm just telling you
I'm gonna
that
let
she
you
works.
have that. We gonna let you
I've
have it.
been telling it ain't like that. I'm talking
What
about
I'm
life.
telling
This is
you,
life, bro.
what I'm telling you is that the statistics show a lot of men unalive themselves after divorce, bro. So I'm not worried about, but
No, you ain't
they
supposed to
don't.
be worried about it. I'm not
Listen,
saying
listen,
that.
listen. We not talking about them. I'm talking about these cats out here that's going through it up here in their psyche and they doubting themselves. And they feel like they don't lost their purpose. Like, nah, bro, you ain't lost your purpose.
Nah,
You still got plenty of purpose out there, bro.
shoot,
As
yeah.
much purpose as you want. You know what I mean? You still a contributor. All
Man,
because somebody
yes.
broke, all because the family is broken, does not change the fact that you are a contributor to the community and to society. That no change with
And
the
to your
broke.
family. And to your
Right.
family. Yeah,
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 I
for
mean
sure that. For sure that.
them first. Them first. Yeah, but like I
But
said,
I mean that's
I
for that go for women. I mean, I think your message and I agree with you 100% in what your message is, but I think that can go, you know, there may be some women that are in a similar situation to you as well. You know what I'm saying? And
I mean,
they may need to hear that same type of, you know what I'm saying?
it
You're
really go
right.
with
You know what I'm
it
saying?
really go with the mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really the mindset that you come out of the broken situation with. If you come out of the situation doubting yourself, that's a no. You can't do that.
Nah.
Like
Yeah.
ultimately,
Everybody got value.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You can't come out of the situation and put yourself in a box and say, "Oh, I'm this." No, no. I mean, like that's the first thing I tell you that you need to come to terms with. You not in the box. You are still capable of anything that you were beforehand. So
Shoot,
uh,
yeah.
that's the biggest thing. But like I said, if you come out of a situation where like myself, where you don't have any no obligations really, you know, I mean, yeah, the grandbabies is here. I'm going to help out with them. That goes without saying. So, but at the same time too, I don't got anybody telling me that no, you can't put that money in that business. No, you can't. No, like I don't got none of this. I don't got nothing stopping me from going out here and exploring what I'm capable of.
Yeah.
You got to fail to succeed. Sometimes you succeed right off the rip, but nine
Very
times out of 10,
seldomly, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
that's not
Yeah.
ideal. So
Yeah.
if you're not going out here with the mindset that okay, I'm gonna take some steps, they don't go right, I'm prepared for that in my mind now. Okay, I know I'm gonna have to try something else at some point. Sometimes things ain't gonna always go the way I want them, but I like my whole stock thing. I've been doing this for 7 years, 8 years, paying attention to the market and stuff. I ain't got rich yet, but at the same time too, I've made 5 figures. You know what I'm saying, off of doing this. So whether it's small scale or not, I've been able to gain. You know what I
Well, and
mean?
if you can find a way to save what you make, because I mean I don't I just I'm not experimented with the crypto, but I do. You know, I have obviously my retirement investments with
Yeah.
my job, but I also have some other accounts, some money market accounts, and when they profit, I try to put that into a savings. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Well,
so I mean
I'm about to
I
look
ain't made
into
I ain't made no money off of it. I ain't
I'm
made
about
enough.
to I'm about to look into the insurance, the life insurance. The policy is a like it's a dividend life insurance policy. Like policy pays dividend back to you, so you can actually put money into the policy and borrow against it. So that's my
Yeah,
next move to figure out about
we
this
talked
stuff.
about that before.
Yeah, yeah, that's my next move is to start doing that, so I can start putting money away. Just put money. Like I'd like to put money in places and forget about it. And when you put it inside that box like that, it's not taxable. They can't touch it for any reason whatsoever. So, that's truly saving everything you
Yeah,
put in there.
yeah,
And it's building. And it's got a interest rate. So
right.
you got all of those things going for you. So why would you put money in there and forget about it? And then
Mm.
when you lower and behold, when you need to, you can borrow money against it. But guess what? It doesn't come out of there. It's still in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
As long as you pay it off like you obligated to do, um,
yeah.
it stays in there. You know what I mean? So I mean I'm just looking into stuff like that, bro. Trying to learn about those things and and build a try to
Portfolio.
build try to build me a solid financial foundation to try to do something bigger and better at some point. I mean, once I pay off this other loan, hopefully I have it done in less than 2 years. Um, and I got some other things going on too, trying to build my credit. If my credit, I this whole this whole cyber theft crap, because I somebody had to be somebody had to steal my identity because I had several
Yeah, you were telling me about that
yeah
too. You
yeah
had
so
several inquiries,
yeah
right?
yeah
That were like
right
across the country or something.
right yeah fucking California in California, but
Yeah,
uh
that's crazy.
yeah, so just stuff like that impacts your credit. I Right now that's my biggest concern because this is what's holding me back because I can't seem to get no traction even though I'm paying my bills on time, I'm still not getting no traction because I lost 85 points over that.
Hmm. Man,
So
that's a hit right there.
yeah, it put me back about 6 months. And then, but when I go check I went online to go check for them to go look for the paper. Like I received the paperwork saying that somebody was trying to get the vehicle. When I went to go look for these particular entries, I can't find them.
Hmm.
But my score took a hit though.
Oh, they took them off of there, but the score still took the hit.
Yeah, like my score is still was 80 points below what it was.
That's
I didn't get
crazy.
none.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to tighten up my what I do online, I guess, because that's the only way they could have got it.
Oh yeah, man, you gotta be careful with that stuff for sure. But man, I tell you, on my job, if I've got like a software issue and I need tech support, I'm not big. I'm not a big enough organization to have tech support. You know what I'm saying? So I got to call the company, and my firewall will stop them from logging into the network or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And taking control of the the computer. You know what I mean?
So
So they can.
it won't let the company do it.
Yeah, I always got to go turn something off and then turn it back on. You know what I mean? I got to
Right.
turn off the firewall. It's
Yeah,
just aggravating.
you gotta be a hacker to get through those.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's why they got switches. Either you know how to get in or you don't.
Yeah. Huh.
But yeah, man, we'll talk about the old politics, man. Listen, anybody out
Yeah,
there,
I know you said you had something on your mind earlier.
all I know is if you enjoy what we've been going through for the past 4 years, do you? That's all I can tell you.
has it been has it been a bad 4 years?
Man, bro,
I
I've
mean,
I've
inflation is
never
down.
I've
Inflation's
never
down. The
I've never
interest.
had to pay. I've never had to pay taxes. It's teenagers out here paying taxes. Teenagers. Why?
Well,
Why? What?
it's the it's it's the Republican tax code that you got a problem with. It's not,
No, no,
come
no.
on now. I mean, let's be honest about
Oh,
this.
well, now I'm just saying. I'm
What?
saying. What happened?
What?
What happened to the earned income credit? What
I
happened
got
to
mine.
how much was yours?
I don't know. I got
It
back
was
in retirement. I got a bunch of kids though. I got earned income.
right, yeah. Okay, so Amy got 3 babies, and they want her to pay, and it ain't like she made 80, 90 racks, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, but I mean, before that wasn't the case. Like I'm trying to figure out what changed from one administration to the other to the next administration. I mean, so,
Well, I
but
mean,
I mean,
I know
it's more to it.
they tried to do some things, bro.
It's more
You know
to it than
how
that, though.
government works. That stuff isn't something
It's more to it than that. I just
yeah,
and then look, listen, the whole man, the amount of money that they send overseas is
ridiculous.
retarded.
Yes. Now I don't
I'm
agree with that. Yeah, for sure, for
yeah,
sure.
I'm like, come on, man, we got so much wrong with our country, and you giving away that much money for
Well,
what?
we need to get Congress. We need to put the pressure on Congress to get things done. And I mean, you're talking
Well, but
about.
that's the thing though.
So
They pass
you're going to vote? You're supporting Trump. You supported Trump in his last run, right? You
yeah,
liked
I'm cool with Trump.
you're
I'm
cool
cool
with
with Trump.
Trump.
I got no problem with Trump.
So why, when there's a bipartisan immigration bill, would you support? Would you not want that to get through? You got something. You got a deal on the table to get things done, and the only reason he don't want it done, and he said this, is because it's under this administration, and blocks has the party block the vote. Like, tell me how that's good. Was a Republican led bill. You know what I'm
I'm saying though.
saying?
So I'm saying so you had so it's a recording of him saying for them to do this. That's what you're telling me. This
Yeah,
is a
yeah,
confirmed quote.
yes,
Um,
man. You ain't up on things, bro.
no, I haven't. I have not been paying attention.
Yeah,
I've
man.
had a lot going on, sir.
And man, like the man, I can name things that Trump did good. You know, what Trump did to kind of undo NAFTA, which I have always been critical of the Democratic Party for creating NAFTA. I think they sold out the working man when they, and I've said that forever, right?
Man, and
So listen, so just listen to me. Some of the things that Trump got done that undid that also allowed General Motors to come into Tennessee, and now the UAW has a foothold in Tennessee, where the auto union has been kept out of Volkswagen, Saturn, Nissan for all these years. Well, guess what? GM and Ford, it's in their contract. They got to be union. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And so now the UAW is in Tennessee. So watch, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing for working class people. And Trump is partly responsible. He did sign that in to law, right? But
I mean,
I don't support his immigration policy. I don't support hatred rhetoric. You know what I'm saying?
no, but
I don't support you know uh stopping the
listen,
peaceful transfer of power. Man, I'm an American. I punch Nazis. Man, that's what he is, bro. He's a not. He think he daggone some of Hitler's people.
listen. We go, man. I at the end of the day, with my status, I don't got a horse in the race. I got to deal with whatever come my way. I got to live with whatever with whoever is selected because I still got things that
Well,
I
you
need to
still
take
got a
care of.
voice. You still got a voice,
Yeah,
and
I use my voice. You know,
no.
in one situation, you know what I mean. We're so far, we're so far in debt. It's ridiculous. You know,
Well, this
and
is something that I need to check on, and the kid's about to come say hi to you. But Biden said that he has cut the deficit by 160 billion dollars. Now I hadn't fact checked that. I got to fact check that. But that is one of the statements he made in the State of the Union address, and he said he did that through the negotiation on the insulin. Now you want to talk about what I'm pretty critical of Biden, but I will talk about what he's done. Right? He did renegotiate the price on insulin with Big Pharma, right? And he did save Medicare a bunch of money in doing that. That's not just your consumer, that's the government, that's the taxpayers.
bro,
He
that
saved
goes
us money.
no
Hold on,
because stop one
time
second
out. So
because
just let me finish.
we
Just let me finish.
why is it that we can't have free health care? Why are we sending billions of dollars overseas, but we can't have free health care? Billions overseas, and we can't have free health care.
Ask Marsha Blackburn. Your
Billions
Republican
overseas,
representative from
no,
Tennessee
no free health care.
guy. It's not the Dems that's keeping you from that.
Hey, let me ask you. Yeah, it's the lobbyists. It's all the people with the bread. Big Pharma's part of that group. It shouldn't even been that way to begin with. We having to fight uphill battles to get stuff out the way that shouldn't have been that way to begin with. Like we shouldn't be sending all of our
Hey,
money overseas.
I'm the first to say that.
Our borders should not be just wide open. Because when you one of the most hated countries on the planet, of course Your borders should not
I
be
don't know
wide
that
open.
we're one of the most hated. Who said that we are the most hated country on the planet?
I
Trump?
said one. I said one.
Who? I
Trump.
mean, who said that?
Let
I
me.
don't.
Okay.
People love
Let me.
us.
Okay.
You
Do
man, what are
they?
you talking about?
Do,
I ain't no world
have you
like
not? Hey, let me ask you a
globetrotter.
question. Do you not play? Do you not play Call of Duty? Most
Man, I
people.
don't listen to
I just say,
nothing
listen. I
nobody
just
says.
said most
Bro, I get
people.
cussed out by 12 years
Most
olds.
yeah. No, but I'm saying most people that's not from here don't really have a strong opinion of us. I'm just saying that's I'm just going by my sample size over 10 years of my experience meeting people from other places on
Yeah.
various platforms on various games for years has been negative.
Well, see, and I'm going off of and we've got different experiences in that because I'm going off my experience of meeting people across the country and in other countries and people that are traveling from different countries. And that is not the experience that I've had. I mean,
Hey,
man,
let
when
me ask
I,
you a question. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. So when you go to the hood and you ask people from the hood how they feel about foreign folks, their answer is generally, I don't give a like it's dismissive, like I don't like they don't care. You know what I mean?
yeah, because, man,
Because most of
they
them
worry
feel like
they got to worry about themselves.
right, exactly. That's the
But it's not a
majority.
negative opinion. It's not a negative
Yeah.
opinion
But I just said
because
it's
what
the
is you talking
majority,
about? You talking about
you know.
somebody that was adopted, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, what? They love me, bro. What is you
They
saying?
said they
Who
said
is you
people love
talking
me.
to, bro?
Bro,
I'm
I
the
just know.
and that's maybe that's just me. You know, I'm the world's cousin. You know what I'm saying? I'm the world's favorite cousin. You know what I'm saying? And maybe
And now
that's just
that
my
stuff.
experience in
Now,
life. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying no. See, that's the thing. I'm not saying that I've had negative experiences
Yeah,
with
I feel you.
yeah. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying for me being on the outside looking in of exchanges and
Yeah.
things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? That type stuff like that. I mean, I talk to people from the Ukraine all the time when they come in the store, and vice versa from Russia
Bailey
as
was
well.
trying to
So,
say hi to you. I'm sorry, I mean interrupt you. Bailey was trying to say
hey, what's
hi
up,
to
homie?
you.
What's good?
We're being
Hey man,
recorded,
look at
Baylor.
yeah.
I need
Look,
to make Baylor a YouTube channel, like his own thing, cause man, he be wilding, bro. And you know Baylor's the dancer. You know what
say
I'm saying,
say he just have a ball, huh?
bro? I really like. It might be unethical, but I'm thinking about just putting up cameras and microphones and just like recording the family, man. And we need to put out a sitcom, bro. Like,
Bro, I'm just, but
man,
y'all said that about my family for years, so it might work for you too, bro.
man, I'm telling you, bro. Like
Hey,
it's there. You
you
know what I'm
got the
saying?
modern day Brady bunch. Yeah, you know what I'm
Uh,
saying? Yeah.
Come on,
he
Noah.
said,
Noah trying to say
he
what's up
said, no.
too. I thought Noah was gonna say what's up.
He heard you say recording. He's like, no, right. Get off my bed. Here, come here.
But no, man, I think
Picture.
some people do feel like that. You know what I'm saying? As particularly people. No, bro, y'all got laundry to do. All right, get on
No.
out of here if you gonna mess up. Can
I go football?
What I just say?
Yes.
Uh, I mean, there's people that got variety of experiences, but I think that I really feel like, man, most people are really cool, man. You know what I'm saying? Like the book,
Then
like you're talking about. You know
that's
what I'm
another
saying?
thing. No, that's another thing too. Um, you can get a real vibe. Like I watch a lot of news clips from overseas and shit. And, excuse my language, but a lot of news clips, and it's just never the whole story. But it's like the focal point be on the negative anyway. So yeah, you can't always
Well,
take
so
media.
there's some of the news stuff. Hold on 1 second for me. Hold on 1 second.
Oh, girl. What's doing?
I'm sorry about that. Um, what was I saying? I mean, man, there's negative people in the world, but like with your book idea, most people are the same. You know what I'm saying? And most people enjoy engaging with people that's different from them. Like most people like to say, well, I met so and so and they were from here and they thought this and they, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That's been my experience in life. You know what I mean?
I
Like
mean, I'm
people
the same
all
way.
over the world know who Dolly Parton is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That might be the only thing, you know what I'm saying, that they know when I tell them where I'm from.
But I'm saying though, you know how the machine works too. So that's
Yeah,
all
sure.
part of it.
Oh, and yeah, that's what we was talking about with the news cycle. Yeah, I mean, sensation, right? They trying to sell their product. What movies work the best? It ain't always it ain't the positive, you know what I'm
Right,
saying,
right, right,
uplifting joints, you know
right,
what I
right.
mean? It's
Right. So,
conflict that intrigues us, you know.
and I mean that
So,
makes sense. It's really just it's hard to just the same way with all these issues and agendas that you see in the media. When you talk to the people, I'm saying when you talk to the people who are actually part of these communities, they'll tell you, man, we don't always agree with what them folks that be on TV be talking about. Like
oh yeah,
that don't got nothing to do with us over here. Like
yeah,
that's something they created. You know, we don't rock like that. You know,
yeah.
and that could go from for any group of people. So yeah,
Man,
it's
oh, that's
weird.
for sure, man. I mean, and that's why I can't get on with your boy with the racism stuff and what they call it, the xenophobia stuff, right? And I'll tell you why I'll say that. Uh, when I was at Amazon working a few years ago, there were these brothers, and I don't remember exactly where they were from. But it was near Afghanistan. They were involved in the conflict over there. They actually worked as interpreters for the army, and that's kind of how they negotiated them getting over here and stuff like that. You know, and I want to say they were, and I just I'm not gonna say something wrong, but I met these guys. They spoke very little English. You know what I'm saying? And they looked, you know, I guess Middle Eastern, you might say. Um, and you know, I wouldn't know where they were from. I could make a judgment and say they're Muslim. Turns out they are Muslim, but everybody that looks like them is not a Muslim. A lot of them are
Right.
Christian. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them are even like
What's me for?
Eastern Orthodox. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but anyways, these cast man, particularly the older brother, me and him, we got real cool. We real good friends even to now. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I don't talk with him all the time. I don't see him all the time, but he's a stand up dude like us. You know what I'm saying? I hit him up every now and then, just checking on him. You know what I'm saying? He hits me up every now and then, just checking on him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Every video I done put out, he done like. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a stand up dude. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you know, to think that somebody would look at him or look at his brothers and say that's a terrorist, or I do, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be around. I'm afraid of them. You know what I'm saying? That's like somebody saying they're afraid of you, or somebody saying they're afraid of me because whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I guess
So
that's
I
my
mean,
rant
like
about your boy. You know what I mean?
I'm saying though, so he running around calling people terrorists.
Man,
Is
what
that
you
what he
talking
doing?
about? You don't remember that was like his whole thing through the first
Because he
uh
wanted to do the
campaign.
travel ban. Because of the travel
The
ban.
travel
That's
ban
what
was
you
part of
is
that.
that what
Yep,
you
yep,
that's what you're
yeah, that was
speaking of?
part of it. That was
Okay.
part of it. The idea of the deplorables, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Those
I mean,
comments, you know what I'm saying? Right?
I understand your position there. I don't dispute it. I'm not against it, but
And I don't
Like I
think
said,
that's equal to what you're talking about in securing the border, because
all I know,
I also support securing the southern border, not necessarily because I think it's a problem like the rhetoric makes it to be, but kind of as you made the comment, the money that we have sent to the Ukraine, we could have already. I'll build your wall, bro. You know what I'm
all
saying?
of these things that we are debating could have been dealt with to a certain extent. We could be addressing them. They could be addressed to a certain extent by now with the type of funds we have spent
Yeah, but
elsewhere.
that's been a
And I'm,
bipartisan thing
yeah, that's
that
what I
has had.
said, and that's what taxpayers are saying. We're not talking about just Biden's administration. We're talking about you can go back as far as you want to. I need to stop that because we not
Well,
authorizing that. They not asking us, do we agree with our bread being sent overseas? Do we get a say in that? I thought we get a say in that. Oh no. Your representative gets a say in that. They up there just playing ball.
well,
They playing ball.
it's our responsibility to put pressure on those representatives, and now you are, you know, and just so people know what we're talking about, you're a felon. You've been convicted of a felony. You're not allowed to participate in the elections,
Right.
right? That's just
Correct.
so they know what we're talking about. And I, you know, we could spend a very long time talking about why that is a problem and how there is a very large population that is not represented just because of that issue. That's a whole nother thing. You know what I mean? And
But to
I
be
don't think we can get into
just,
that right now.
I'm just saying,
But the
just to
people
be,
that do have the right to vote do not hold their representatives responsible.
yeah,
That
just,
is the issue.
I'm just gonna clarify. You all you have to do is go settle your financial obligation with the state to get your voting registration and reinstated. So that's that. We put that out there. It's not like, oh, that's all I can't vote. No, I understand what my obligation is, but that's not a priority to me, unfortunately, at this time.
Well,
So, I just
I
wanted to
personally,
clarify.
well, and I guess I would just say that I personally I have an issue with an individual losing their right to participate in the election process. Um,
Now I agree with that too. It's like, but
I just have a
that,
problem with that, and I don't think we really have the time to go into that right now. Is what I'm saying.
yeah, it just, you'd have to go back to some constitutional amendment. It gets so super deep with that because then you start to play a fire because some things got to be changed, and then if you start changing one thing, that leaves the door open for other things. So
Well, we've changed a lot of things. That's what the amendments are. I mean, we do that. That's, you know, it's important that we continue to do that. That's kind of take the idea from the Protestant Reformation, you know, to be reformed and constantly reforming. You know what I mean? It's not.
yeah, that's cool. That's cool and all, but as long as we stay away from those cores, the core. Cause now, bro, like, I mean, first off, First Amendment, I'm always gonna be about freedom of speech, and I'm always gonna be about the right to bear arms, cause it's been proven our government they've done stuff to harm citizens. I don't put it past them. You know what I'm saying? They've experimented on us.
But look,
They've
man,
done.
and I don't disagree with you on that. But there is nothing. If it was, I mean, if the government really, hey, what's up, bro? Where you going, punk? You gonna act like you ain't gonna talk to me?
He said, "What's up?"
I'm gonna
Talk to
drive
him.
down there just to beat you up.
He said he got my attention so he could speak, and he said, "Now he's like, oh well, that's all I wanted to say." But yeah, all I'm saying is, listen, all I'm saying, first off, in any professional setting, I'd have to be prepped to debate some of these things that we're talking about. Definitely, 'cause,
Obviously.
off the hoof. So, but at the same time too, it's just a lot of stuff out here that it's the reason it was put there, you know, and it's a reason that each state has its own constitution, like drawn up. So these things they need to be kept intact because pretty much is what the basis of this quote unquote this civilization, this country, this democracy, this however you want to word it, it's supposed to be the foundation of it,
Well, I
And
mean, yeah, I mean, I understand. I agree with you as well, but I mean, we have to progress. We have to continue to progress.
I mean, yeah, that's true. You know what I'm saying? But
Voting suppression. Voter suppression is voter suppression. It should not be hard to vote. We send millions of dollars across the internet. I ought to be able to vote online. You talk about freedom of speech, but that doesn't give you the right to tell lies and push
no,
propaganda without it being checked. And that's what Trump is a proponent of. That he push his propaganda and rhetoric, and it not be checked by the other side. Everybody going to push their brand of rhetoric. That's going to happen. But you're talking about those fundamental values is that everybody's got a voice to bring their perspective to the table.
right.
So
But also
I
too,
mean,
also too. But I'm just saying, also too, it has to be accepted that everybody don't like everybody. Everybody don't want to associate with everybody.
Well,
People,
no, so that so
people get
so
upset. People get upset when you bring these truths out. But it's the truth. It's the
well, the
truth,
thing
and
is,
you
when we have to say that we are a
can't. So
civilized
you
society, and I don't have to like you,
right,
but I can
yeah,
respect your humanity,
right, yeah. You a
and we can
person,
have a dialogue.
right? You know what I'm saying? If I'm not actively harassing you or bothering you in any way or causing you discomfort, or however that may be, just leave me out of it. Some people like, well, how can you? Because it has nothing to do with me. I can't stress about stuff that I cannot control. That is a motto of my life. You know what I mean? If it's a problem you're dealing with, I'm sorry that you're dealing with that. I don't know what you want me to do about it, but I'm sorry you're dealing with that. You know what I mean? That's all I can do for you. People, if outside of speaking up from time to time, saying, hey, this shouldn't happen, this shouldn't happen, that's one thing. People like, oh, well, people get into the things that's happened in our community. Man, a lot of my community's problems are self-inflicted. Granted, it's been layers and layers and layers of crap put on top of some people. Still, at the end of the day, it comes down to choices and how you prioritize your time and what you do with yourself. And it's been that way for a long time. That's another thing that I want, my folks to, stop with all the victimization. Stop playing victim, bro. Every 4 years they go straight to the emotionals and vote for who you want to, do what you want to do, but stop being so emotional. Stop letting these emotional triggers set you off and get you out of the proper mindset. You need to continue to be objective and look for the policies that's going to benefit the community or benefit the people as a whole, and not just be, oh, I'm going this because of this. You know, that's one of the things I'm for. At the very least, everybody needs to educate themselves better this time when this process comes around. A lot of people, a large number of people, do not take the time to educate themselves about who the candidates are and what the policies that's been presented or have already been enacted are about. People say, well, you don't do that. No, I don't, because I'm a convicted felon. I don't plan on voting no time soon. when I speak on something, it was something that I might have heard or read that day or a couple of days ago or something like that, and I give an opinion about it. That don't mean you got to take it to heart and go live by it. I'm just telling you how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
that's another thing people got to stop doing. I'm not telling you how to live your life. I'm just saying, hey, this is me. That's how I feel. How many people do that now with everything, you know? And it's just, and the fact of the matter is people that feel a certain way, just like you feel, everywhere.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean, like that
And people
applies
that
to
feel the other way, the opposite of you too.
right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So,
Mm.
like, it don't mean that it's
But
just
we can't
not.
shut down though. We can't. I'm not for just anybody railroading either side. You know what I'm saying? Like
Nah,
you say. You know what I mean?
the
We got to
smut,
find the polarization or whatever they call it. We got to get over that. We got to find that
the
middle
smut.
ground because most people fall in the middle anyways. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I mean, you find so that's what we got to find. You know.
It's kind of strange, you know. Ultimately, we need to identify what our government is supposed to be about. Like, if you go into all the paperwork, and how the country is a corporation and the way it's run, you know what I'm saying, is basically a slave labor. Come on, bro. Like, all of this stuff is tied in. You come out the womb and dead. Come on, bro. Like, come on. Like, I mean, seriously. That's that, and all the things I just said are true. Like, your kids come out the womb and dead. People don't think that, but it's true. Everybody come out, you get a number. It's a allotted number assigned to every person, or what's been. You got a price on your head, pretty much. You know what I'm saying?
I don't
That's
know if you
why.
come out in debt. I don't know if I agree with that. You certainly come out with an economic value tied to you. We
Right.
kind of talked about that in one of our Bible study videos. Uh, yeah, we gonna have to. Man, I hate to cut this short, but Max is finna get off the bus, and we're gonna finna go to the gym with him and stuff. So I'm gonna have to jump off here with you. But
Yeah,
this
do
is
your
good
thing, man.
conversation. This is stuff. This is the type of conversations that probably need to be had more often. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, we all can live together. Everybody can, do their thing, but we just gotta hold the right people responsible, like you said.
Well,
You know, it
I think if anything, one thing we've always been able to do, you and I, over our long relationship, we have had conflict in the past,
yeah,
right? That's and neither one of us, particularly maybe more so in the past, have neither been the type to shy away from any conflict necessarily.
right.
Um, but we've always been able to get past that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it might take us a little longer than others, but you know what I'm saying? We've always been able to have a disagreement,
And move on.
deal
Yeah,
with it, and move on, right? And
right,
that's what we need in the country, right? Is that we're going to deal with it and move on, right?
right.
Yeah,
Yeah, a lot more dealing with it.
yeah, yeah.
Hey, man, but yeah, it's good talking to y'all, man. Love y'all. I'll talk to you guys later.
Yeah, I appreciate it, bro. I love you too, man. We need to do this again soon.
All right, man.
All right, one love.